Hello, it's Thursday, and I have a surprise guest today. It's Sierra from the Chamber.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for running down here. We have a lot of things to talk about because people are probably getting annoyed that I keep saying it, but Thanksgiving is next Thursday. It's a week from today, and I'm a little bit freaking out about it because I feel like it snuck up on me.
I just had the epiphany today that it's time to take the turkey out of the freezer if it's going to be defrosted in time.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right?
And then, like, Thanksgiving weekend is when I usually go get my tree. And so that's next weekend. Like, I can
Right.
say that. I can put up my Christmas tree next Saturday. I'm a little bit freaking out about that.
Yeah, it's really
Feels like it came
roaring
real
up
fast
on
this
us.
year. Yep. So, there is a lot. And I feel like the Small Business Saturday has grown
Oh, it's just, yeah.
to huge. Because before it was like, okay, Small Business Saturday, go shop at a small business. But there really wasn't they might do sales or whatever, but there really wasn't like a coordinated effort around it. And I really feel like this year there kind of is.
Yeah, and I think that that's also just kind of training as a community that we're kind of...
Sure. It takes a while.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been with the Chamber for just over a year now, and Small Business Saturday is one of the first things that kind of was assigned to me when I took the position because it was kind of that time. It was just exactly time
When
to
you
start
took the
planning
part-time
it.
that's now a full-time position.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
And so it was fun last year. The Small Business Development Center had kind of been the lead on Small Business Saturday. The first year they did it, they focused on Tillamook. And then last year was the second year that they were really taking off with it. And there was a lot of emphasis to try and go countywide. And so we spent a lot of time in that partnership. And obviously, from a Tillamook Chamber of Commerce perspective, we were sort of focused on the Tillamook piece. But we collaborated really well with the Small Business Development Center last year about putting together this countywide passport program.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The passport. I remember that.
Yeah. And so this year, as we were kind of talking about it, there's been a lot of transition at the Small Business Development Center and some real, just looking at what makes sense. I think that's healthy for all organizations to do is like,
Sure.
oh, sure, we do this, but who are we? And is this a match for us? And so the Chamber has kind of stayed on top of the Tillamook piece. And because what we've done has felt like it's been gaining momentum, we kind of stuck with the same plan.
Yeah.
Countywide, it's a little bit different. And so we're not doing a passport this year. And we made that decision in Tillamook based on the fact that we're doing this #ConstructDowntown sweepstakes.
Right.
So it felt a little bit redundant to try and run these multiple things. So the first thing that we decided in Tillamook is we're going to scrap the passport idea. And instead what we're going to do is open up Small Business Saturday only, the 25th, unlimited opportunities to come in and enter the sweepstakes.
Oh.
So normally,
so I can save up all my receipts and bring in a whole bunch?
No, for
Oh, dang
Saturday
it.
only.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean on Saturday.
Right. So Saturday,
Okay.
if you come downtown and you hit the events, right? So, and I'm going to do my best
Oh,
to
I
remember
see.
these.
The stuff that you buy on Saturday.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
You get unlimited entries for Saturday for the shopping
that's
you
so
do
good,
Saturday.
but I have a lot I need to bring in.
Sure. Well, and if you think about all the things that are happening Saturday, so if you came, we're really looking for teams for the gingerbread building contest.
Yes, let's talk about that really quick.
So Yo Time is hosting a gingerbread house building contest. Abby has been stocking up on supplies. And if you sign up as a team, you're welcome to kind of maybe do some pre-building and bring in your own supplies if you have a different, kind of a special vision for your house. Teams of 4, although we're pretty flexible about that. If you had 3, if you had 6, probably that's fine.
Yeah.
The idea is that our goal really was to also kind of make this opportunity for people to donate sleeping bags, tents, tarps,
Yes.
those kinds of things. And if you don't have that laying around in your garage or you don't run into one, I'll tell you, I've seen a stack of them at Goodwill lately. And I thought, man, this is somebody's perfect opportunity to pick up some of these sleeping bags for entry.
On a side note, when there are blanket drives or every once in a while when I'm at Goodwill, I do the same thing for the animal shelter and go buy, because they're like $2.99 for
Right.
these really nice fleece blankets. And Maria, they need those all the time. So yeah, now's a good time to go do that.
Right. And so if you don't find any of that stuff, or really it's also that time of the year where sometimes it's just easier to pitch in $10. But the goal is to kind of build a little a pile of things that will help people who maybe don't have housing
Right.
during the winter. And so that's sort of the gingerbread house building. See, it's all connected there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, house. Get it? I got it.
So those teams of 4 are going to come in. It's from 1 to 3 at yo time. We're thinking kind of a half an hour of setting things up and getting organized. Probably about 1:30 we'll kick off and go 30, 45 minutes of ginger house building. And then at the end, it'll just be kind of audience-driven voting to see whose house is the most exciting. And we'll put together little prizes, and it should be a really fun day. So
how many teams are you looking for?
if we could, between 4 or 6 is a pretty reasonable number to fit in yo time if you kind of are thinking about the layout in there. And we'll use those small square tables and have people set up. This is not an original idea. The Pelican Tap Room did this the first year that they were open, and it was really fun. And I had a little team together, and Brett Hurleman had a little team together. And independently of each other, we told this story to Abby from Yo Time about what a fun thing it was. And both of us remember so clearly the Near Space team.
Oh,
those engineers, they came. And they just blew everybody out of the water. So anyway, it was a really fun event then.
And if it sounds interesting, I might recommend going on Pinterest or even just Googling creative gingerbread house ideas if you're interested, but you're not really sure what you want to do. Because there are so many ideas out there that you can do that would be super fun. You go classic, you can go Christmas Story or The Grinch or
anything.
Skyscraper. I mean, you could do almost just anything.
Ginger City. Yeah, it could be anything.
Yep.
So that's just one event that's happening on Small Business Saturday is that gingerbread building competition. If you are not a builder, but the idea sounds fun to you, just feel free to pop by because it is audience based. Who's going to win is going to depend on who's in the audience.
So what time does that start again?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. 1 to 3-ish.
Yeah, 1 to 3-ish.
Okay.
At the same time, actually, from 1 to 3 is cupcake decorating at Sarasota's. So Sarah and Bridget will be there with cupcakes, and they'll do it'll just be a frenzy of, and last year I think they did cupcakes last year. We couldn't remember if it was cupcakes or cookies, but we think it was cupcakes. And I remember coming in and it just being like so many kids having, and so many sprinkles.
Yeah,
it was
I'm
amazing. So that's going on same time frame, 1 to 3. From 1 to 4, Santa is coming to Home Life Furniture. And that is totally free. Just show up. I think yesterday when I was putting together the event, it's a great time to kind of come in. You can drop off a list. You can make excuses for your poor behavior. You can really do whatever you want. And Home Life is a great space to host Santa. Sure. There's tons of comfy chairs to choose from and lots of space to kind of hang out and
get your picture taken.
Exactly. And just kind of, you'll want to bring your own camera. There's no photographer on site. It's totally just a free time with Santa.
And then Nicole Crossley at her studio, I assume, over by behind the old Napa building. Is that right? Yeah. Yep. Is it the old Haltner? I feel like it used to be a heating.
Yeah, it used to be the fireplace shop.
Or that's what it was. Yeah.
And she's really redesigned that space beautifully. It's beautiful. It's a great little corner.
So she's doing holiday mini sessions,
and we have sold out.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So we initially.
That's awesome.
I know. I did not think last year we offered this, and we had probably 75% of them fill up, and this year they sold out like within a couple days. Opened up 4 more sessions, sold out in 20 minutes. Opened up 4 more sessions, sold out within 20 minutes. Nicole and I had a conversation, and I was like, and she said, well, should I try and do more? And I said, is that reasonable? Like,
are you going to be there for 15 hours and like brain is coming out your ear at the end of the day?
So we're going to cap it where it's at. If you're really looking forward to doing that kind of a thing, a quick mini session, you're certainly welcome to call me at the chamber, and I'll put you in touch with Nicole or reach out to Nicole directly. She can schedule those mini sessions separate than the
Right.
Chamber's fundraiser
Right.
at any time,
Right.
squeeze you in on your schedule after work, whatever. And she just does a really great job. So
I do want to talk about starting out the morning, because both Pacific Restaurant and the Rendezvous are doing
really fun
little-
things.
yeah.
So Pacific Restaurant is going to do a brunch, which is, I am very much looking forward to
Me
that.
too.
It's $18. It's going to be a big buffet spread brunch with mimosas. And I think Phil and Nelia are talking about what kind of eggs Benedict. And
My
it's
favorite.
I'm a little afraid that could just be the beginning and the end for me right there. But just in case that you wanted to start a little earlier, so the brunch is going to go from 10 to 2. If you wanted to start as early as 8 o'clock, or 9, is it 8 or 9?
I think it's 8.
8 o'clock. Donna over at the Rendezvous is putting together a big Bloody Mary bar. And so she's going to have that going all day from 8 to 5. And if you're shopping downtown and you find that you just need to take a moment and organize your receipts before you come over to the Chamber, you might want to pop over and see Donna at the Rendezvous. There's other stuff going on too. Those are kind of the bigger events, but almost every business has something going on. I know at the Phoenix Exchange, they have some pop-up vendors that are going to be there, not just for Small Business Saturday, but for the season.
Oh, nice.
Lucky Bear Soap is doing a sale, and then she does an in-store raffle on Small Business Saturday, which is always a fun raffle. Anderson Florist has some sales going on. Sunflower Flats has sales. What else is happening?
Art Accelerated is having a gift tag workshop.
They are.
Yeah,
So
that sounds kind of fun.
And that is a great one to have in your mind, because the odds are pretty good that you're going to find yourself parking off of Ivy.
Right.
Which means that you're going to be passing Art Accelerated either on your way into downtown on the way back.
Because they're in there where Bonnie's Beads used to be, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
across the street from the antique store.
Right.
/ Elks.
And you can also park in the parking lot behind the Pancake House there where BBSI is. And so if you haven't been to the Art Accelerated space, I would suggest poking your head in there. It's a cool, fun little space. They change out the art all the time. Local artists and local writers. So they really are looking at the arts as a
Sure.
big picture. And they do the books. So they have a big bookshelf of local,
Which is literary art.
Yes, exactly. And then a whole range of different kinds of mediums in the gallery that swaps out all the every time I go in there. There's
Something
different
new.
stuff on the wall,
Yeah.
and you can pick up cards all the time. They do. The other thing that's great about Art Accelerated, which is kind of one of the reasons it's good to get to know them, is they offer a ton of classes, both for kids and adults. And we could talk for a whole session just on the things that they're doing. But that particular day, Small Business Saturday, during the hours they're open from 10 to 2, they're going to just be doing a gift tag workshop, which basically means they're going to have supplies out, and they're encouraging you just to pop in, play a little bit, relax, and
Which I have some people in my life that are super crafty.
yes.
And then they give me gift cards and these beautiful cards and they've made, or gift card holders or whatever. And I'm always like, oh, I wish I had time and I could do that. But I
Yes.
cannot. I also don't feel like I'm creative enough, but go down to the gift tag workshop and they can kind of help you with that.
Yeah, and the tools are there. So this is, I think, the
Right,
big barrier for
right.
me is like,
I don't want to buy all that stuff and then where do I keep it?
right.
when I
And
do
then
have it?
even if you're like me and you've already gone down that route, then you have to drag it all out.
That's what I mean,
And
yeah.
it becomes this big mess.
I don't have a
that's
craft
in the
room.
middle. Yeah.
No, maybe one day in my life.
So this is, let somebody else have the stuff, make the mess, just pop in there.
Right.
And it's really fun. The movie theater is doing a great promotion that day.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
If you buy a gift certificate, you get a couple free tickets. And they're going to have some other specials going on, specifically on Small Business Saturday. I know that La Ti Da, which we don't often talk about as in the downtown
Right.
core, they're a little bit further south, but they're doing every Saturday from starting on Small Business Saturday through Christmas. They're doing kind of a Christmas high tea
Fun.
ceremony that you call and make reservations for ahead of time. But that'll start that weekend, so that's kind of that information's all on their Facebook page.
Yeah. Which I was going to say, if you are listening and you are like, wait, when did they say that was going to be there? If you go, well, except for you don't have Lottie down there, but that's okay. Maybe you should share it.
We will share it.
If you go to the Tillamook Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, which you do not have to be a Facebook member, you can just Google it and it will take you there. It has all of these events kind of listed out on the front page there.
Yes.
Kind of, you might have to scroll down to see all of them, but yeah.
And if you have
and we're talking about next Saturday.
We're talking about next Saturday, the 25th, right after Thanksgiving. So your family is in town visiting for the holiday.
Yeah.
You'll have recovered on Friday and Saturday. Be ready to get away from each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Spread out downtown.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be nice. Hopefully the weather will kind of hold out. But nah, if it rains, we're Tillamookians. We don't care.
It'll be fine.
If take a quick break, we'll talk about TBCC. Registration for winter term classes at Tillamook Bay Community College is right around the corner. You can begin registering through their website on Monday, November 27th, with classes beginning January 8th. It's never too late to go back to school. You can start by visiting their website at tillamookbaycc.edu to learn what programs and services are offered, or stop by and visit a career academic advisor who can assist you in looking at career and educational options. At TBCC, you can get started from any step in your life, whether that means earning a GED, learning a new skill to move up in your career, or starting to work towards a bachelor's degree, or learning English as a second language. TBCC can be your partner to reach your career and educational goals. They also have financial aid advisors that can assist you in learning how to pay for your education and set yourself on a course for success. Now is a great time to get started. TBCC, change your mind, change your life. So we're talking with Sierra from the Chamber, and I wanted to back up because tomorrow, I wanted to mention this, we were talking about Pacific.
Yes.
They are hosting a Shop with a Cop dinner, which benefits the Tillamook Shop with a Cop program. Shop with a Cop is a program where local law enforcement kind of work with DHS, and they pick a group of kids, and then those kids get, I think, $100 to go spend at Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer partners with them. Mm-hmm. For the holidays. And what's really interesting is that I know, because I know people that have done this, what's very heartwarming for them, and maybe kids that have had not super great experiences with law enforcement,
right.
A parent has been taken to, jail or something, or they've earned foster care. The kids oftentimes don't buy anything for themselves, and the cops that they're shopping with have to encourage them to buy something, but they buy some, for their siblings or their parents or the guardian that they're staying with, which I think is very sweet and heartwarming. And it's a really nice opportunity for kids to kind of bond with some of those, law enforcement types that maybe they haven't had great experiences with.
Yeah, it's a meaningful event. And I know that it's really something that's close to Nelia's heart. So she's really invested a lot of energy into making sure this is going to be a successful event. Some large portion of what I
think it's 50%. So I should say it's tomorrow from 5 to 9. So if you go in for lunch, it doesn't count. But tomorrow night from 5 to 9 at Pacific Restaurant, 50%. It says the dinner cost, so not her profit. It's
right.
50% of the dinner cost goes to benefit the Shop with a Cop program, which I think has helped 600 plus kids, 650 kids throughout the however long it's been going.
Just here in Tillamook.
Just here in Tillamook, yeah, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's a great program. And Nelia, she's just so generous about those causes and really seeing the community, all levels of the community. It's one of the things I really love about working with Nelia and kind of her community vision. It's very holistic.
Yeah. So, okay, so we talked about Shop with a Cop. We talked about, which is tomorrow. And then Small Business Saturday, which is next Saturday
right.
the 25th of Thanksgiving weekend. But this coming Tuesday, you have
Mornings on Main Street.
Yeah, Mornings on, which is the third Tuesday of every month, right?
Yes. Okay. And so let's take this third of the segment. We didn't do our outline. Normally, Lisa and I
technically
have
we only have 4 minutes because you came in a little bit late, which is not your fault because I called you at 9:29 and said, "Hey, can you come down?"
Okay, 4 solid minutes of chamber business. Here we go. So this coming Tuesday is the Mornings on Main Street event that we do the third Tuesday of every month, and it's just this drop-in gathering at the chamber headquarters, 208 Main, right next to the Dutch Mill. And you can just come in anytime between 8 and 9. You don't have to stay the whole time. You can kind of come and pick up a Sarasota scone and scoot right back out if that's the kind of person you are. It's your business.
You will not get out though, because you or Justin or Tammy will probably start talking to them.
And it's a pretty fun group of people. We have kind of a core group of about 10 people that are regulars every month, and then another 10 to 15 people that tend to kind of wax and wane depending on the month. It's often a pretty casual event where the conversation's really organic about what do people have questions about. It's a great time to talk about highway project stuff or what's happening downtown because the people are in the room. It's a great time to talk about kind of what's happening at city council or those kinds of things. The right people are just all kind of there to talk casually about that stuff. This coming Tuesday, I'm excited to say that we have a little bit more, we have a specific program, kind of. And I say kind of because it'll still be that casual drop-in thing. It's not like a come down and sit through a PowerPoint presentation.
Right.
And it's Michael from the state of Oregon who works with the Oregon Health Insurance Marketplace is coming to talk about the open enrollment period, talk about the marketplace, and talk about some of the things that have changed in the last year and what that looks like. So when we first started talking, one of the things that he said that really stuck out to me is that, a year ago or 2 years ago, it was very hard to make a small group plan work. It made a lot more sense to look at individual plans, but just because of bigger policy kinds of trickle down impacts, there's been a lot of disruption and shift and change. And now it might be a really good time to look at a small group. So there might be businesses that have maybe a wife owns a business and she says, okay, I want to put together a plan, me and my husband, and I have 2 employees and 1 employee who's interested in joining this plan. That might be enough to qualify you for a small group plan.
Yeah.
That then allows you to offer this, great retention benefit. So I'm not suggesting that I know any of this stuff, but I am suggesting that we were able to get this expert to come out and give us, and he's going to be on hand. He'll give kind of a quick overview of things. And then his plan is to actually stick around for a while. So if you aren't able to come at 8, but at 9:15 is a better time for you, and you wanted to pop in and just kind of bounce some questions off of Michael, or just get his contact information to follow up later. This is one of the resources that I think at the Chamber we're hoping to offer more of is kind of just access to resources.
Sure.
So we're excited to have him, and that's next Tuesday at the Chamber office. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to give us a call at 842-7525.
Or stop by. Yeah. Maybe bring your receipt in.
Enter the hashtag Construct Downtown Sweepstakes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure we use some of our time to talk about that. And then if I could just really quickly,
super quick,
talk about that. We have a survey going out this week electronically, and it's a collaboration between the Chamber, Small Business Development Center, and Tillamook Bay Community College. And we've are really looking at how can we offer, this kind of speaks to that introduction to resources. How can we offer relevant trainings? If you're a business person or you work for a large company or a small company, or you own a business or you're thinking about owning a business, and some kind of we can always be looking at learning, and what kinds of things are you interested in, and how can you best attend those trainings? And so that survey is going out now.
Cool.
If you're interested in taking it, and it hasn't come to your inbox, give us a call at the Chamber. If you have thoughts about what resources might be great, but you're not interested in taking a survey, just call us. Sure. We'll take your thoughts and incorporate that into our plans coming forward about putting together kind of a comprehensive, how do we all use our best resources to create a plan?
Agreed. And this town is amazing for bringing resources together and partnerships and providing things like that. So I think that's great.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for shooting down here real quick this morning.
Man, we just flew through that time.
I know. Tomorrow, Stacey will be here with Tillamook Adventist Health. Don't forget senior meals noon every weekday at the Kiawanda Community Center in Pacific City, as well as the Tillamook Senior Center at 4th and Stillwell. Cost us $3 for seniors and $6.75 for everyone else. As we mentioned, tomorrow Pacific Restaurant is holding a Shop with a Cop fundraiser benefit dinner from 5 to 9. 50% of the dinner cost goes to the Tillamook Shop with a Cop program. The Eagles are holding a Prospectors membership drive. Sounds like a fun time with a chili bar raffle and more. It'll be Saturday from 5 to 7 at the Eagles Lodge. Tapa's newest comedy closes this weekend. Money Matters has shows Friday and Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2. Tickets for this hilarious show are available at Diamond Art Jewelers, 842-7940. On Saturday, the Pioneer Museum is holding the first annual Mook Book Fair and Sale from 10 to 2. Meet local authors who will have a variety of books for sale in all genres. And also on Saturday from 10 to 4, Madeline's is hosting a holiday open house and book sale. And lastly, the Light Parade is happening this year. I wanted to talk about it, but I thought I'll just put it here at the end. Applications are due next Wednesday, 11/22 at Diamond Art Jewelers. You can also get them on the website, TillamookhOlidayLightParade.com. That will be on 12/2, December 2nd, right after the tree lighting ceremony.
So I just want to say really quickly that when we first talked about this a year ago, I was overwhelmed at the thought of trying to put together a float, a light float. Like, how could this work? What would that look like? I'm not an electrician. I'm going to blow something up.
But you guys did a good job.
And it's so easy now because you can buy these battery operated strings of lights and for like certainly less than $50 make anything glow.
Yeah.
And my kids had a blast
a dog,
doing that.
Kids, you guys dressed up as presents and lit up the presents. It was great.
That was really a fun time.
Yeah.
So hopefully if you're thinking about it, if it sounds even a little interesting, do not let technology be a barrier.
For sure. Get those applications in by next Wednesday. Sarah, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you always for having me.
And thank you, Tillamook, for listening.